that carries minerals. Over time, the water drips into the cavern. The minerals build together from the ceiling down. And all of the formations that you see that grow from the ground up are stalagmites. And they might reach the ceiling one day. Stalagmites form as water drips off the stalactite. It drips to the area below, and the minerals build together from the ground up. If the formations meet together, they become a column. All of the water that you see down here today, it's all groundwater, so if it snows or rains outside, it just leaves to the ground. And it also takes 120 years for the formations to grow 1 cubic inch. And you see 4 different colors. The black and gray is manganese oxide, the white is calcite, the red-orange is iron oxide, and all of the green that you see is cave algae. The algae is artificial, and it only grows due to our lighting system. We actually have our lights and timers to help reduce the growth of that. But up ahead is our next stop at the fish market.
Behind the triangle. Yeah, I know.
That's the water.
But it's a nice reflection, right? Cool. Wow. Wow. So cool, right?
We did it.
So cool. You can do it.
Just so you all know, all of the water ends right where the main well is stored, so everything after this is actually real.
Oh God.
Everything after that.
Okay, sorry. Oh God. Shiva, ఎంత లోతుందో చూసావా? వావ్, ఇదిగో ఎంత లోతుందో. వెళ్ళి పక్కన నుంచి వెళ్ళిపోయి ముందుకి. అందుకే చూడు. Wow. Sai ikkada raava baagundi. You just come here.
To find the cavern. That she had wandered down here, got lost, and could never find her way out. We did, however, rule that theory out because we never found her entire skeleton. We only found about 20 bone fragments. We now think she most likely lived and then died on the surface, was buried inside of a sinkhole that over time collapsed, and it washed her bone fragments into the cavern. And they just laid at the base of the column until the 1920s. That's when we removed them, and they're now at the Natural History Museum in Washington, D.C., where they're locked away in storage. But everyone does have a closer view of skeleton sports later on, and right now we are 100 feet below the surface. Around the corner to your right is your second view of Pluto's ghost.
Those washing vehicles.
ఇదే కదా వైట్ స్టోన్.
అది అదే శివ ఇటు తిరుగు.
It stands 40 feet tall, 120 feet around, and is estimated to be 7 million years old. We also call it a shaggy dog. In the top corner you can see a dog's head, front leg, back leg, and shaggy tail. This area is also called the Overlook Chamber, and as you go down the upcoming ramp to your right-hand side, you can see Totem Pole Valley and Giant's Hall. Giant's Hall is our deepest point on the tour. Just remember to use the hand.
It looks like a dog. Look at its face.
Yeah, of course.
ఆ స్ట్రక్చర్ చూడండి.
పడేస్తే పర్వాలేదు. కాదు ఇటే నేను తగ్గిస్తుంటాను.
As the water flows through the ground, it flows at an incline in a zigzag pattern that allows the formations to form folded, like the front pieces. Also allows them to form very thin. There are 2 translucent pieces here where the light is passing through them. There's one inside to the right that looks like a bathtub. And there's also one inside to the left that looks more like a blanket. And you have to step to the very front to see that one. But feel free to do so. National Geographic claimed this formation to be one of the world's most perfectly formed draperies. Our next stop is at the lower pathway. Going down the ramp, please use the handrail. And there's also a formation in the pathway ahead.
ఇక్కడ రాదు.
You can't touch.
You're not supposed to touch it. It's all stuff.
I didn't touch. He touched me. He only touched me.
You don't touch. Please use a hand.
Wow.
Really బాగుంది.
ఇటు తిరిగి శివ అక్కడే ఉండి. శివ
The formation on its side is called the fallen stalactite. This fell over 7,000 years ago due to a massive earth disturbance. So in other words, that is an earthquake. This side was once attached to the ceiling in the area that we were just standing. We know that it fell 7,000 years ago because after it fell, it actually continued to grow. You can see how this side, the formations are joined together, and they also formed at a downward angle. This is one of the last known formations to fall, about 7,000 years ago, like I said. Other formations did fall around the same time this one did. We only point this one out on the tour because it is the largest, and it weighs an estimated 100.
Natural art. Don't touch it. Touch it.
Yeah, just make sure you use the hand breath.
నువ్వు నడు స్లోగా నడు అంతే అడుగు తీసి అడిగి జాగ్రత్త వెళ్ళి నుంచారు అక్కడ శివ నుంచారు
The organ is automatically played. It works similar to a player piano. However, instead of watching the keys move, you can actually watch the solenoid work. If you stand in this area, basically from here to the handle, you can see it really well. And if you stand in the center of the room, that's where the organ sounds the best. You can even do both if you watch this a few times and then stand in the middle. You'll get the idea. Excuse me.
Sorry.
The song that you listen to is called A Mighty Fortress is Our God. This body of water is our wishing well. Every January, we drain all of the water out of it, we collect all of the coins, and every 4 years, we donate all of them to charity. But we do drain the same water back into it to start for a new year. You can feel free to throw any coins in that you have, and the alpaca from the pennies is the reason that it's green now.
Throw the coin.
The board lists of amounts and
You can
charities
wish
we
you
donate
want
through the
something.
past.
ఇంకేం కావాలో
Yearly, the wishing well gets around 30 to 40,000 out.
హెల్దీ సిటీలో రావాలి యూ విష్ then it will come true. Okay, wish చేయరా త్వరగా. ఫిష్ చేసావా? కాయిన్ వేసావా? ఓకే, గుడ్.